this episode, we're doing 5 400 horsepower cars that you can get in manual and all for under $25,000. We took the last list and we upgraded a little bit. Welcome to Off Camber. Look, I love my 80s and 90s junk as much as anyone does. There's something spiritual about driving a car that threatens to leave you stranded every time you turn the key. But sometimes, just sometimes, you want to go fast and you don't want to worry about it. And maybe you want the air conditioning to work. Top it off, you don't want to spend 60 grand on a brand new Mustang. So today, we set some rules. We have 25,000 imaginary dollars. We need 400 horsepower. And this is the non-negotiable part. It has to have 3 pedals. No flappy pedals are allowed today. It's just good old-fashioned rowing the boat. We dug through marketplace trash so you don't have to. Here are 5 manual cars with 400 horsepower for Toyota Camry prices that you can actually afford, assuming you don't mind fixing a few things. Car number 5 on the list is the 2008 to 2014 Challenger SRT8. Maybe you don't care about lap times. Maybe you just want to do burnouts and be comfortable. Maybe you just want a couch that does 170 miles an hour. If so, that's the Challenger SRT8. The good thing about this car is that under the hood is a 6.1 liter Hemi making 425 horsepower. It's a big, lazy, wonderful engine. And unlike some of the other cars on this list, you can actually see out of it. This is not a sports car though. Don't confuse it with one. It's a muscle car in the purest sense. It's huge, it's comfortable, and it has a trunk you can put bodies in. Wait, I mean groceries. It's got a trunk you can put groceries in. The back seat fits actual humans. It's the ultimate road trip muscle car, and it looks the part too. It's retro, done right. The bad part about this is it handles like a boat. A fast boat, but a boat nonetheless. If you take this to an autocross, you're going to have a bad time. You're going to hit cones. You might even hit the course workers. I don't know. It's pretty dang heavy, like nearly 4,200 pounds heavy. You aren't racing Miatas in the canyons with this. You're cruising to get burgers. And the interior, well, let's just say that's very 2008 Chrysler, and it feels cheap inside because, well, it is. But it's a cool car. Here's where you're going to spend your first $1,000. Tires. Most of these came with 245 or 255 all seasons, which is laughable for 425 horsepower. You're going to do nothing but smoke the tires. First gear is going to be completely useless. Spend your $1,000 on the widest, stickiest summer tires you can fit on the stock wheels. You got $50 left over, build yourself a custom oil catch can. Save up an extra couple bucks, buy something nice. Hemis love to eat their own oil through the PCV system. Keep the intake clean. Do yourself a favor. To sum it up, if you want a comfy couch that does 170 miles an hour, this is the car for you. Just don't ask it to turn. So let's say you have friends or kids or dogs. You can't fit any of those in a Corvette unless you blend them first. The cars, guys, we're going to blend cars, not the kids or the dogs. So with that in mind, we're going to enter the first gen Cadillac CTS-V. The good about this car is it's the sleeper of the group. It's a 4-door luxury sedan with an LS6 if you get the 04 or 05, or an LS2 if you get the 06 or 07. It's the same 400 horsepower no matter what model year, and it's wrapped in Grandpa's Sunday Cruiser styling. It only came in a manual, which means Cadillac executives were absolutely unhinged in 2004, and I love them for it. It makes great noises, confuses people at stoplights, and it's a 4-door sedan that sounds like NASCAR and whose sleeper status is at a 10 out of 10. The bad about this car is the rear differential. The diff in the Gen 1 CTS-V is absolutely terrified of torque. If you look at it wrong, it whines. If you dunk the clutch, it explodes. It also has wheel hops so violent, it'll shake your fillings loose. Also, the interior buttons peel if you touch them with human fingers, so it's going to look like a scratching post within a week or two of ownership. So where are you going to spend the first $1,000? You're going to spend every single dime of it on the rear end. Go to someplace like Creative Steel or Rev Shift or someplace like that and buy a differential bushing insert and upgraded cradle bushings. You need to stop the diff from moving. If you don't, the wheel hop will grenade the differential the first time you try to look cool leaving Cars and Coffee. Bushings first, burnout second. All right? Swapping to Camaro parts to get rid of the 6-lug wheels are going to have to wait. My opinion, it's a 4-door Corvette that brakes more often, but it's cooler than a Corvette because no one expects it. Just budget for axles. What? You again? hang on a second. Are you still watching and you haven't hit subscribe? Look, I'm doing coilovers, I'm doing bushings, I'm doing control arms. I'm doing all this for you and you haven't hit subscribe for me? Come on, man, go down there. I think it's over in this corner right here. Hit subscribe. It's free. What's it gonna hurt? All right, sorry to interrupt. Back to the video. Number 3 on the list. Number 3 on the list, the 2010 to 2015 Camaro SS. Okay, we're done with the people with families. Let's get back to the 2-doors. The 5th gen Camaro SS. This is where the value proposition gets really, really scary good. The good about this car is you get the LS3, arguably one of the best engines GM ever made. You get 426 horsepower. That's a big number. These engines are reliable, they make tons of torque, and the aftermarket for them is endless. It's on the Zeta platform, so it's super stiff, and the suspension is extremely capable. You can find these cars all day long between $15,000 and $20,000, leaving you plenty of cash for tires, because you're gonna need tires, just like your HOA president's gonna need earplugs. It looks aggressive, it sounds angry, and it's genuinely fast car. The bad part about this car is like driving a tank in a bad way. The visibility is absolutely zero. The windows, gun slits. Can't see over the hood, you can't see behind you, and the blind spots, they're big enough to hide a semi-truck. It's also heavy. It's a big, big boy. You feel the weight in the corners. It handles fine, but it's not dancing. It's bludgeoning the pavement into submission. First $1,000, I'm gonna buy 2 things. I'm gonna buy a quality short throw shifter. MGW is pretty much the gold standard here. The stock shifter feels like a broomstick and a bucket of mayonnaise. A real shifter changes the entire personality of this car. Leftover cash, blind spot mirrors. I'm serious. Go get those little round ones, stick them on. It's the only way you're going to see anything smaller than a semi-truck in the lane next to you. All right, my opinion on this car, if you don't care about seeing where you're going, it's arguably the best bang for the buck horsepower on the list. Just install some cameras or use the Force. Number 2 on the list, and it's the most obvious one, the 2005 to 2007 Corvette C6, the base model. Look guys, this car has to be on the list. It's the law. If you ask the internet about a fast, cheap car, the internet screams Corvette at you until your ears bleed. Specifically the C6, sometimes the C5. Don't believe me? Look at the comments from this last video we did on the list. The good about this, for under $25K, you're looking at an early LS2 car, 2005, 2007, 400 horsepower, 400 torque, and it weighs about 3,200 pounds. That power to weight ratio is frankly, it's irresponsible for the price. It's faster than almost anything else on this list. It's aerodynamic, it handles, it gets surprisingly decent gas mileage if you drive it like a grandma, which you're not going to, but it's a genuine sports car. Low center of gravity, massive grip, and aerodynamics that actually work. If you want to go fast around a track, this is the winner, hands down. If you look real carefully, you can get into the LS3 cars too. The bad of it, however, is the obvious thing. You have to sit in it. The interior of a C6 was designed by someone who hated textures. It's a Chevy interior from 2005, so you can't expect much. The seats rock back and forth, the plastics are hard, and the steering wheel looks like it came off of a Cobalt. In 2005, it might have. It's a plastic fantastic in there. The seats are basically bar stools covered in vinyl, and mechanically, watch out for the harmonic balancer. It's not a question of if it will wobble itself to death, but when it's going to. Also, you get that 2005 model, the differential's made of glass. It comes with a different transmission. Launch it once hard, and you'll be walking home. Among some of the other issues with the 05s. Okay, the first $1,000, no matter how tempting it is, do not buy an exhaust. Do not buy wheels. Take your first $1,000, buy a high quality aftermarket harmonic balancer, an ATI or a Summit, and pin the crank, right? The stock GM balancers wobble themselves to death and can take out the front main seal or the oil pump, causing even bigger issues. Fix the wobble, change the belt, and use whatever's left on a fresh set of fluids. This is the don't walk home modification. My opinion, this is the gold standard for a reason. Just don't look at the dashboard or the steering wheel. Or actually, just look out the windshield. The number 1 car on this list, and the one I'm probably going to get dragged for down in the comments because it's not a C6 Corvette, is the 2011 to 2014 Mustang GT, the S197. Yeah, I said it. Look, I could have just played it safe. I could have put the Corvette as the #1 car on the list. It's the obvious choice, but I'm kind of playing by Top Gear rules here, and by that alone, it means I can't put it at the top. So I put the Mustang GT up here. Why? It's arguably the rowdiest one on the list. With the 5-liter Coyote from like 2011 to 2014, changed the game for Ford. It has 412 to 420 horsepower, depending on the year, but it revs to the moon. 7,500 RPM before the rev limiter hits in stock form. Put some software in it, change some parts, 8,200 all day long. It loves to scream. It's a riot to drive. Chassis lively. It's a solid axle rear end with a 3-link, so it's a bit prehistoric, but it's fun, and it can be made to work really well. It likes to slide and it wants to be a hooligan. It's fantastic for, doing burnouts and stuff, and to hit pedestrians. The bad of it, the M82 manual transmission. It's the weak link. It's just no arguing about it. It's crunchy, it's vague, and people break them. There are fixes out there, but out of the box, it feels like you're stirring a bucket of rocks. Yeah, crowd control jokes aside, the solid rear axle can get sketchy on bumpy roads. The back end steps out if you hit a pebble mid-corner. But there are fixes for this stuff, which is what's going to bring me to my first $1,000 to spend on it. So for our first $1,000, we're going to fix the shifting experience, and we're going to get the thing to hook up a little better in a corner. First thing we're going to do is we're going to get a transmission mount insert and a shifter bracket to stop that remote shifter from binding up whenever you turn into a corner or load the engine up. We're going to change the fluid to something high-end like BG Synchro Shift or something like that. Then we're going to go to Steeda or somewhere like that, and we're going to buy rear lower control arms. The stock stamped steel ones flex like rubber bands. Billet control arms, they're going to plant the rear axle so the car actually moves forward instead of just hopping up and down. It may also prevent some pedestrian deaths. My opinion, it's the most sports car feeling one of the group. It's raw, it's loud, and the Coyote engine is pretty legendary, and it's good for a good reason. Just treat the transmission lightly or swap it for a 60/60. So there you go. 5 ways to get 400 horsepower and a stick shift without selling a kidney. Personally, I'm going to take the Vet because I would make a track route out of it. My kids, they can find their own ride to places. I'm going to gut it and put a full cage in it, go through the suspension, and make it a little animal. Let me know in the comments which one you would pick, and tell me why I'm an idiot for leaving the GTO off the list. Till next time, thanks for coming. Hope you enjoyed your time here, and I'll see you next time on Off Camper.